J. Cole is doing the perfect thing. Nothing. What's up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashapps to CLBMG. Join that membership, and all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. So, J. Cole disappeared, gang. J. Cole has disappeared. And that is the perfect angle he needs to take, because J. Cole really is taking a beating in this press, gang. It is a rough year for J. Cole. 2025 may be the worst year J. Cole has ever had as an artist. Absolutely terrible. 2024, he took a mean hit and everybody was on him. But 2025, it got even worse. Everything he did and said made us even madder. He did that Port Antonio song, which to him, he probably thought, this is a dope record. I'm just spilling my truth. People like myself, we lost our mind. We called it the love letter to Drake. And you still ain't apologized to Kendrick, really, right? You got on that stage at the what's the name of this shit? Dreamville Fest, and you said Kendrick Lamar's a dope rapper. Who believes that K-Dot is a dope rapper? You said that. Everybody in the crowd applauded, but they were confused as to where you were going with it. So you apologized to K-Dot and you removed the song from the album. Might delete later, right? The 7-minute drill, the ill-advised diss record to K-Dot, where I feel like you took a lot of pieces of what people wanted you to say and what your crew was telling you to say. You made a real quick diss record and you realized this ain't it, chief. You bowed out. You deleted it. Some people gave you props. I didn't. I said that was really the wackest move in hip-hop history. A lot of people debated me on that. They like, bro, you're a Neanderthal. You still want black men to fight each other? No, I want you to finish what you start. This is hip-hop. We battle in hip-hop. We don't do it. We don't do a diss record and then delete the shit. It's never happened in history. I've never heard it. I did hear that people do bring up, well, Jay-Z apologized to Nas for when he came back and dissed him after Nas had dropped Ether. Jay-Z ran to the radio station and dropped that song about skeeting on your baby seat. No, Jay-Z didn't apologize to Nas for dissing him. Jay-Z said his mom called him that morning and said, you went too far. You went too far. And his mom was like, because his mom knows Nas, she knows, you know what I'm saying? She knows that they don't really need to be going so far with baby seats and this, that, and the third, and Carmen. We got more in Carmen. Get it? More in Carmen. All this, that, and the third. So Nas was given a olive branch to say, okay, my mom said I said too much. And for that, the specific lines that I said, yeah, I did too much. But he didn't apologize for the record. He didn't delete the record. He didn't say, yo, let's squash it. You're the greatest. Say, who loves Nas? Nas the greatest. He didn't do all that. So we've never had someone full out apologize for dissing somebody on a record or saying whatever, right? We got J. Cole to openly admit that the record was the lamest thing he's ever done in his career. He openly said that the guy was one of the greatest rappers on earth, and he was sorry and deleted the record from his album. By then it was too late. So a lot of us had an issue with that, but we kind of calmed down. We mellowed out until that Port Antonio thing came out, right? So then it made it even worse. We started chomping at the bit to say this, that, and the third about J. Cole. Now after that, we still kind of, okay, all right, we're still a little upset, but end of the day, fuck, let's just see where this goes, right? Then he dropped Grippy and all this stuff, and then we're like, what the hell is this? Then he put the he did some other verse on some other shit, and it's just like, we were like, bro, why? We're still talking about this battle and this, that, and the third. So we were kind of like feeling away. No one knew how to just really take J. Cole at that point. Then we heard this thing about Cameron. Now, I told you, I felt that they both were wrong, but Cameron had made a lawsuit against J. Cole saying J. Cole didn't turn his verse in time, and a lot of you were like, that's it. That's it. J. Cole is the worst. I couldn't say one good thing about J. Cole because I wasn't even saying good shit about him, but I was telling you that Cameron was wrong for doing a lawsuit in hip-hop. The way we were saying, I said, give Cameron the same energy. You guys are like, nope, don't care. I don't like it. I don't like J. Cole. We're all set with J. Cole. You guys started to really turn on J. Cole, and J. Cole became a pariah. So at this point, I don't think there's any rapping. Like, he dropped the Clouds record. I said the Clouds records was good. I was like, I may forgive J. Cole. Then something else came, and I'm like, all right, I'm all set with this guy. Pissed me off because it started to feel like J. Cole was fake, and he was kind of doing stuff just for I don't know, pandering, and just for the sake of just saying something that sounded like what we wanted to hear, and it just got worse and worse and worse. So a lot of us were like, we're all set with J. Cole. Now here we are. After this Cameron thing where people started to say, you know what? J. Cole doesn't stand on what he says. He offered to give Cameron his verse. Cameron gave him his verse, however good or bad or indifferent the verse was. He put the record out. He put out the I Might Delete Later song. He put the song on the record against Cameron's wishes. And all Cameron asked him for was to come on the podcast or to give him a verse. J. Cole did neither. And a lot of you were like, this is a straw that broke the camel's back. J. Cole has not responded to the lawsuit or anything else. What I feel like J. Cole is doing, he's letting things simmer down. I don't think that J. Cole needs to say anything or do anything. I think what he's doing right now is nothing, right? The show about nothing, right? Say Seinfeld, right? I think this is what he needs to do. Someone put on Twitter the other day, and this is what triggered me. The guy said, J. Cole really stopped rapping, right? And in any other instance, you would say you're supposed to rap your way through this. Just keep making music. Just keep doing what you do. Keep giving the fans what you want. Slowly they'll come around. No, I don't think this is that kind of situation. I think the internet is taking sides really strongly now. And I think people have decided that J. Cole just ain't it on all levels, on moral levels, on rapping levels, just on his spirit. They think that the whole bike riding shit is some false fugazi shit. They think it's some fraud shit. And a lot of people they got points to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should really look at J. Cole as the calm. Like, I'm sure he's calm, but we never really, until like the leader came out with his video, and quite a few of us started to see what it was. We started to be like, yo, Cole really been kind of sidestepping and fence riding way before this. Like, there's been years of Cole to say one thing and do another. The False Prophets record, when he dissed Kanye and Wale, then he came out and said he wasn't dissing either of them. People are like, wait, we like that record because you were telling the truth. Wale came out recently and said J. Cole didn't even tell him that he was doing the record. He said he talked to J. Cole the night before about some real shit, and then he comes and gets slapped in the face with a record that's dissing him, right? He really wasn't dissing him. He's just telling him some real shit, but you telling the world some real shit about a guy that you could have just picked up and said this shit to him on the phone. That's what people had a problem with. Then you said it wasn't about him. Then you said it wasn't about Kanye. We were like, wait, what? Then you dissed all the littles. You dissed Lil Yachty, Lil this, that, and the third. Then you came out, started doing records and interviews with these guys, start acting like, nah, these guys are good. I'm good with them. You got you little Pump and all these motherfuckers. We like, wait, they the problem. What? Ain't they the problem? Ain't you one of us? So a lot of people got confused. So we started feeling like, yo, this J. Cole stuff been years of just flip-flopping backwards and forwards, da-da-da. So at this point, people started putting two and two together, all these videos and think pieces started to come out, and people are like, yo, J. Cole on some bullshit, right? So right now, I feel like J. Cole has decided, I really don't have much to say to turn this tide. They really have decided I'm not really worthy of the crown that I used to be vying for. That Big 3 shit has been ripped down the shreds. Thanks to K-Dot, because he stood on it from day one. As soon as he dropped the Like That record, he said, F that Big 3, it's just Big Me. And it started the rap war that you started to see all the other dudes fold up. Right? Drake was the last one left. He was the only one really, let's just be honest, if you don't give him credit for nothing, he fought. Right? He lost bad, but he fought. It's like a bully cornered you in the bathroom. You know you can't beat him. He got you. He pressing you up against the wall, and you like, fuck. You push him, and you try to fight him. He slapped the shit out you. You hit the urinal, and you go sleep. Well, guess what they're going to say? Well, he did throw some punches. He did fight. Right? End of the day, he put up a hell of a fight. He punched the bully in the stomach 4 or 5 times. Bully slapped him once, hit his head on the stall. But we're going to give him credit for fighting. Right? Not saying that K-Dot was the bully. I'm just giving you a scenario that a fight you can't win. Right? Now, end of the day, fight the bully, fight all this, that, and the third. A lot of people felt like J. Cole was like at the urinal. He kind of like wanted to fight the bully, and then he swung at the bully, then immediately apologized, grabbed his book bag and his coat, ran out the bathroom. So that's what J. Cole looked like in this scenario. End of the day, Drake fought, Cole didn't. At this point, Cole understands the tide is turned against him right now. He got an album. Maybe he called that shit the fall off. Maybe that was prophetic because it was going to be a fall off with no album. Let's be honest. You can't play with that word. You can't predict the fall off. You can't make an album like, I'm going to make an album. My last album going to be called The Fall Off, and I'm going to kill it and do the most numbers. No, it don't work like that. If you're going to say, I'm going to predict my own fall off, you might be really predicting your own fall off. And he didn't fall off like he expected it. Okay? Cole made some really bad moves with this battle, and they led to some more bad moves and a lot of exposure and a lot of ill will. So I think maybe this is the fall off that they've been waiting for. I got this video coming about how long people been waiting for this fall off, right? They've been waiting for this fall off for a very long time, many, many years. Maybe the fall off started soon as you said you were going to do an album called The Fall Off. Maybe that's when it started. Because I'm going to be honest, to me, J. Cole peaked at the Johnny P's Caddy verse. That there was no rapper messing with J. Cole when he dropped that Johnny P's Caddy on my guy Benny the Butcher's album. When he just was standing up and on the day I was born, it was like he reached the pinnacle. There was nobody doing features better than J. Cole. J. Cole was bodying everybody's features. It was to the point he was bodying people's features so badly, they started saying it's not fair to him to go on a damn Lil Durk feature. They started questioning what he's rapping about. Like, he don't even belong on there because the shit's so good. Why would you go on it? Like, it became a thing where it was almost bullying. It was almost like you're too good to go on some of these rappers' things. At this point, you're showing off, right? He became a show off. It's like, gang, they started to turn on him for that. Like, goddamn, I'm too good now. Like, so at the end of the day, I feel like Cole may have embodied this fall off shit on his own, didn't know it. Maybe we're in the fall off. Because I personally, I sat back and I was like, okay, the next J. Cole verse or album. Because the ill will right now is crazy. Gang, they are not jacking with Cole right now. So I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, all right, if I'm the A&R, if I'm the label, or if I'm J. Cole, what can I say right now? What my album gotta say? What does my album look like? If I do drop the fall off right now, what does that shit how dope do these beats gotta be? What does my subject matter have to be for me to turn this tide of hate? I want to say right now, J. Cole really 75% disapproval rating. I'm gonna be honest. His disapproval rating is bad. Like, this dude disapproval rate is not good. So what does he got to say? What is he? I'm sitting there thinking, I'm racking my brain. Okay, does he got to be ultra black? Does he got to be apologetic? Shit, does he got to just spit bars when he really can't spit too many bars about I'm the best rapper? I'm sitting there racking my brain. I'm like, I really don't know what the fall off what does the fall off have to sound like for the hip hop community as a collective, right? To say that was it. That shit's fire. I think people have got this deep-seated hatred right now of J. Cole and his personality. Because you can watch my comments right now, they're gonna be like, I never liked Cole, so it's gonna be bad down there. They're not gonna be jacking it. So what could he say? And I sat there and I'm like, this dude Drake got a better chance of returning some love back to him with an album. He gonna be the same way, but he got a better right now. People have already been vilifying Drake for years. And Drake have been persevering through that. J. Cole's never seen this. He's never seen this. And the way they vilify him, so Drake already is a villain, right? So him moving how he moves, Cole was never looked at as a villain. So I don't know if people feel more betrayed by Cole. So I don't know if him coming back could really return it to how they felt, because they feel betrayed. They thought they knew you. You were this bike riding, sea moss drinking. I'm sure he drinks sea moss and green tea and whatever, all kind of shit. Where it feels like he's mad. He's probably doing yoga and shit and Pilates, whatever. Just better, just self-help, all kind of bullshit like that. So people looked at him as this evergreen, like, you know what I'm saying, apple tree. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people felt betrayed. So to get that trust back, I don't know what he could say. I really don't know what that album has to say. I don't know what the beats have to do to make people get him. Okay, Cole, we fuck with you again. I don't think it's possible. I think this motherfucker can get Conductor, Primo, whoever, like Hit Boy. I don't know what it has to sound like for him to return to the level he was pre-battle. So he's doing the perfect thing right now. I think J. Cole just needs to wait it out. I think they're not going to forget, but they may be more open to it. I think J. Cole is doing the right thing by not saying nothing, not doing anything. Didn't even respond to Cameron's lawsuit. He's not doing interviews. I think he did he went on a podcast with, I forgot, one Bob Costa or somebody, talking sports. Other than that, he did his own podcast, got out the way. You know what I'm saying? So I think right now, him disappearing is the only course of action. I think him saying nothing, doing nothing, we don't even see this guy. I don't even know if he's riding a bike no more. I haven't even seen pictures of this guy. I don't know what J. Cole is doing. I'm gonna be honest. So maybe he's about to drop the fall off tomorrow morning. I wake up and the shit's out. But right now, I don't see a path to redemption at this point in time. Maybe 2026 the tide will turn. I don't see a path for redemption for Cole right now. The way the community is looking at him, he needs to fall back. Like I said, a lot of people will just work through it. Just keep doing music, keep doing music, keep doing music. I don't know if Cole could work through it because he's under a microscope and he's taking too long between these verses. It's not a third, so it's not making people endear themselves to him. So I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say this: Cole doing the right thing by just being quiet. Drake can't be quiet. He's still hitting like, he's still subbing, still going to people DMs, die slow, all this shit. So it's like Drake makes this shit worse. So we got fodder for days. Me and the other content creators, we eating every day. We eating bowls of chili and all kind of shit because Drake always giving you something every week. Him and Academics, you can eat forever, right? But Cole is playing it right, and I made videos like, should I forgive Cole and he'll do something else? And it's like at this point, I don't know. I'm just going to wait and see. I might need another 12 months before I really hear, before I'm ready to accept, okay, we're ready to accept J. Cole. Maybe we need to sit down with somebody and do a real interview, like not shady. Somebody really going to show some compassion. I don't know who that person may be. Maybe Sway. Maybe go sit down with Sway, right? Something like that. Maybe sit down with Angie Martinez. I don't know. But or maybe do a run and sit down with every fucking body. Maybe go to Joe Budden, go to everybody. Just fucking do a rollout like the clips. Maybe that's what it needs. Answer some questions. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But right now he's doing the right thing by not saying nothing, disappeared off the face of the earth. And I think that's the only move, the only consideration, the only considerable thing that that J. Cole can do, because I can't see Rhymes doing it. I can't see him just coming out and apologize. I don't see any course of action other than just being quiet. Nothing else makes sense. I don't see an album. He shouldn't drop an album right now. Definitely not right now. Especially with this Iceman shit on the way. Apparently, if they drop this shit at the same time, that's gonna be a disaster. So end of the day, I don't know what Cole is doing, but he being quiet and that's it. I don't got nothing else to say about that. Cole, listen, stay in your piece if that's what you need to do. If you never rap again, if you don't rap for 5 years, you do Andre 3000, brother, that's what it is. All right, I'm out of here, man. Head on over to CLBMG. Also, head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Also, me, TJ, and Fliz, we go live every Wednesday night, 9:15 on all my social media platforms. The show is called The What Show. We talk about hip-hop, urban politics, this, that, and the third, sports. Tap in, man. Get in the comments. Let us know you're in the building. Also, I got a video with these two brothers. It's called This, That. Way down back in my videos. Scroll back. Watch it. Tap in. We got the project, The What Project, on all streaming media platforms. Run them numbers up, man. I'm out of here. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard and put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin, with the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin, and then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.